Hey guys, what's up everybody, and welcome back to House of a Warrior. My name is Lauren Adoyo, and today, as you can see, we are at Lions Side First Eye Hospital, and we are here to check out my eyes because you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have sickle cell disease, and it has a tendency of messing with our eyes as warriors. So let's go check them out and see if there's anything that can be done about this. Okay, so keep watching. Guys, there's 68 people before me and it's 9. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Okay, so this is my normal, my left eye, right? My left eye, that is normal, and that is how your normal eye is supposed to look like. And then now he's gonna put the right eye that has the problem so that you see the difference. There you go. That is, I don't know, the thing is covering, but you can see the scar at the back of that. That is the scar that is making me blind in my right eye, and that is what cannot be repaired. And at this point, like, the damage is too far gone for anything to be done. But yeah, that's it.
What was going on that day?
It was a regular day according to me. It was just another day, another school day. I woke up early, prepared my kids, dropped them off at school, and I started heading out. I was gonna go to Lions Eye Hospital, which is located in Loresho. I was a bit nervous, but that's about it. Nothing much, nothing special happened on that day. It was just regular.
Oh, nice. Could you please summarize the events that took place while you got to the hospital?
So I got to Lions Eye Hospital. It was my first time there. I'd never been there before. I've heard a lot about it. I've heard their doctors, their ophthalmologists are the best in the country, and I was excited to be there. But lo and behold, the amount of people that were there was insane. It was so packed. I was going to the private section of the hospital. Which, as you've seen, my ticket said there was 68 people in front of me, and when I got that, I was like, damn, that's a lot of people. What time am I gonna be seen? um, but the queues were moving really fast, to be honest. The queues were moving swiftly, and soon enough I was called to go in and see a doctor. So I go into the doctor's office. My doctor was a lady, a Ugandan lady, and there was it was like this. It was like a flat line. It was so blunt. The lady was in such a bad mood. She didn't greet me. She didn't create a rapport. Nothing. I just guessed where I'm supposed to sit, and I sat down, and she just started asking me about my history. And I gave her my history. I told her, I have sickle cell disease. My eyes started giving me trouble sometime last year. That's when I noticed. Could be longer, but I noticed sometime last year. And she took down my history like any good doctor does, and she directed me to the patient chair, which is where her equipment is. So she comes over and she starts doing these tests on my eye. And it was long. I can tell you, she did tests, and she looked and looked and looked again, and after that she got up and went back to her desk. And the first thing she said, that you took too long, you took forever to come see us, there's nothing you can do, your eye is damaged. And I thought she was so rude, and so I'm just there dumbfounded. I didn't know what else to tell her. I didn't know how to respond to what she was telling me. So I'm just there listening to her go on and on and on about blaming it on me and sickle cell. And I'm just like, okay, wow. So in the end, she said, I'm going to send you to a procedure room. where they're gonna put some drops in your eye. These drops are supposed to dilate your pupils so that they can do more tests on you. So I'm like, okay, at this point she has won. It's Dr. 1, Lorena Doyle 0. And so I go get this, like you've seen, you're supposed to shut your eyes and no light at all is supposed to come through. And for 30 minutes, yeah, and even after that you're like literally still blind because you have blurry vision. Like it was horrible. It was the worst experience because now I was blind in both eyes for like 30 minutes and even beyond. And so I did the test. After 30 minutes I went back to her office, and nothing had changed for her. She put me back in the patient chair, checked some more, now the vision according to her was more clearer of how damaged my eye was. So nothing had changed for her. And at the end she continued blaming me, and she told me to take really her recommendation. I guess this was her recommendation. And she told me, take really good care of yourself, because the next time you get a crisis, the next time you get sick as a sickler, you're gonna end up blind. And I'm like, damn, who trained you, And so I look at her assistant, because there's an assistant in there, and the assistant sees the worry in my face and just how miserable I was. And she told the doctor, maybe send her to the retina, something. I didn't hear what she said. And so now she pretends that she's gonna refer me to another doctor.
Just wow. That was hard to take. Yeah. So were you finally referred to this retina specialist?
Yes. So after her assistant reminded her that they have a retina specialist, she finally sent me to a Dr. Shandargi, I believe, if I'm not saying that right, I'm sorry. Dr. Mahesh Shandargi, who is a vitreoretina consultant and an eye surgeon as well. This doctor is supposed to be the big dog according to where eyes are concerned. And he was rather quiet, rather reserved, but pretty chill. Yeah, so we went in there. He took because I had already gotten these drops that were dilating my pupils. We went straight into the checkup, which he also did extensive checkup. My goodness, it was so hard, because those things have like this light that is put into your eye, and they look, and it was so hard for me. My eyes were tearing, and I'm just like, when will this end? This is torture. Like, it was so extensive. And he comes out of his chair and he's like, I cannot give you any conclusive results. I want you to do an eye scan. So he sent us to go get a scan done. At the scan, right after my results were out, the nurse allowed me to take the video that I've already shown you guys, which basically means that it's like I had a scar in my eye. At this point, I still did not know what caused it, but it was a huge scar. You guys have seen that, a really huge scar, which it's like your heart somewhere got infected and healed on its own, and then now it is on my iris, which is why I cannot see. So I went back to the doctor, and he explained to me that my body has not been producing, what did he say, protein in a regular fashion. And because I am a sickler, he sees why this could have been a permanent problem for my eyes. There were this other medical terminology that he used that I cannot remember right now, guys, but basically that was it. And he also said the damage is very, very badly off, and there's nothing they can do. I asked for lenses that would at least improve my vision, and there was no lenses that could be modified to suit my vision needs. So his recommendations to me were that, first of all, what I haven't told you is that the scan revealed that my left eye, my left eye had also gotten some of this problem. So my vision on my right eye is 80% gone, and my vision on my left eye is 20% gone. So the recommendations for him was to take really good care of this eye, and he gave me some medication which by the way have severe consequences. I've been taking them now for a week, and the consequences are wild. Not consequences, side effects are wild, but I'm still gonna keep taking them because I need them. So we are supposed to take really good care of this eye, and he gave me a return date to go see him, which is in 6 months, but also said that if I get um, any signs, anything that hasn't been happening, if they start happening, I go back. Which the things that he mentioned are things that I experienced with this eye, but I just didn't know. He mentioned like severe headaches, like if I start seeing flash, lightning and stuff, kind of things. If it started tearing or hurting a lot, which all happened to this eye, but I didn't know at the moment. I just thought, I'm having a bad day or something. Yeah, so those are his recommendations. Other than treatment, I'm supposed to go back and see him and take really good care of myself. The other stuff is what we know as sicklers, like eat a balanced diet, drink your water, stuff like that. So yeah, that was it with Dr. Mahesh.
Wow, that was a lot for you to take in on that particular day. Anyway, what were your feelings at that particular moment and reactions upon receiving such devastating news?
I was devastated, just as you've said. I was devastated. It was horrible to hear that. I was distraught. I was like, oh my goodness, why? I've heard of people having really bad eyesight or vision, but still they can get at least lenses, which make their vision somewhat normal. But why was my case so different? I remember being in a matatu going back home after the visit, and I just called my aunt because she's the only person right now who can like bring me back to reality, and she talked me through it, and it was a hard day. It was really hard. I remember coming back home and getting my kids from school, but then you also still don't want to be in a bad mood for them because they're kids. Of course they're not gonna understand, and I am here by myself, and it was so tough. Later on I talked to a friend of mine, I talked to my sister, and news like that is horrible news. However way you want to put it, it's horrible news. And the fact that I did not get the first person that broke the news to me was not really nice about it, that made it even tougher.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it's been over a week now since your hospital visit. How are you feeling now? How are you at mentally?
I've accepted my situation right now. I've gone through the 5 stages of grief. I don't know if I went through all of them, but I tried. I'm at the acceptance stage, so I've accepted. It is what it is at this point. I just wish I knew better, and I just wish I'd taken care of myself better. I can wish that, but I can't change it. So I'm better. I can say I'm better. Mentally, it's still bugging me, but to people out there, to people who can see me, I am being as strong as I possibly can.
That's good to hear. Finally, any advice to all you warriors out there?
Yes, to all my warriors, it is Sickle Cell World Day on the 19th, and so this whole week we are celebrating that. Please, let's create awareness. But for my sicklers out there, be strong, be strong. Sickle cell has a way of throwing stuff at us every day, and we'll come out strong on the other side. So let's keep taking our medication. Let's keep drinking water. You guys, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. That is our mantra over here. Make sure your mental health is okay, because stress and exhaustion is our our number 1 and 2 symptoms of getting a crisis. So make sure that is on check. Take care of yourself, take your medications regularly as prescribed. If you feel anything at all, it could be a finger that could make you lose your whole arm. I've learned that the hard way. Mine was just a blurry vision that I just looked past, and now I am blind. Like literally I am. So let's be strong for each other. Let's support each other. For those that are caregivers, be there for your warriors, you know. Let's create awareness for those that do not have a family member with sickle cell or do not know anyone with sickle cell. Sickle cell is a real disease, the most dangerous one, you know. According to me, because I've lived it, so I'm not dismissing all the other diseases out there. But yeah, let's be there and create awareness. You guys, let's create an awareness, especially this week. It's a big week for us, so let's create awareness and we shall be okay. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much. If you have reached this point, please subscribe. You know, it's free. Please subscribe. Let's build up this family. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to check us out, and let's fill this house up as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.